Hi friends, I'm back again with another journal share. I don't even have a name for this one yet. I'll have to come up with something. It is 6 signatures with 10 pages each for a total of 240 pages front and back. And I should say plus pages because there's lots of pages that I have as inserts, and you'll see those along the way. I have her tied with some stained sari silk. She is 8 1/4 tall and 6 across with a soft 2-inch spine. Have her tied together with the sari silk. And I have been wanting to use this old book cover that came apart from the original book. I've been wanting to use it in something for a long time, so I thought, well, I'm going to use it on this book. So I've attached it to the book itself with some fabric, and I have punched holes and threaded this along the way for some extra strength, and I decorated some crocheted lace there that used to be on a pillowcase, and I put an old rusty washer here on the outside of the book, punched a hole, and that's what the sari silk is threaded through for the closure. The inside cover of the black book here, it was I think it was something to do with teaching school, and so I think this was like an advertisement on the front of the cover, and you could send for circulars if you wanted more information about more of these books. So the front cover of the main book I have decorated with an old placemat, two squares from an old placemat, and then I have this embossed piece of paper here, and then a little nameplate, the garden. So I guess maybe this is the garden journal, and most of my journals have a garden theme or a nature theme, so that works for me. So now we'll get into the book. There is a little tuck spot here that has a time card I got as a gift from a friend, Sharon. Thank you, Sharon. I'm still using these and loving using them. I thank you so much for your generosity. Okay, and so the front cover of the main book has a pocket, and I made a little tag for journaling here. And each of the pages that cover the signatures have a lace trim, and then I think there's butterflies on the front covers of each signature. This one has a little bauble here. I used some jump rings to attach to the lace. I got some really cool die cuts in the mail the other day, and I've just been going crazy with them, and so there's some of those within. Here is just a fun little insurance receipt. I think I got a hold of an old insurance ledger book from 1893, and so I just love this. Look at the calligraphy. But anyway, I just thought these could be some extra journaling spaces, so that goes into that pretty pocket. And here's part of that insurance ledger book, and it just has an entry from 1883, July 7th. And I got a hold of some old counter checks counter checks. Yes, that's what they were called. I don't know if it's that way everywhere, but in my area, you'd go to a store before you had your own personalized checking account. You could just pick up a counter check that was there, and you'd fill it out, and you'd put your account number in. So that's how that worked. So I got a hold of several of these at a little antique store. I found this online. I just thought it was a really awesome photo, so I made copies of that. And some of these pages I've turned them up and they make little pockets. Here's a little tiny envelope that used to have a watch crystal in it, but these little envelopes were so cute. I kept a hold of them, and they just make for nice little fun tucks. This is an old German, I think it's a devotion book. It wasn't a Bible, it's a devotional book from German, in German. It's either that or, well, not Swedish. Maybe, I can't remember. I think it's German. It looks German to me. So that just goes there. And there's a ledger page. There's a flower page, and there's a little hand charm here with a little safety pin with some ruffling. Dictionary page. Here's another one of those die cuts that I got. I thought that was really pretty. And it doesn't add a whole lot of weight to the page. I did a really lightweight paper. Each middle has it's either dragonfly or moth or butterfly image. The dictionary pages are kind of lightweight, so I put some paper down the middle to secure them, or just make them stronger. More flowers. This was from a child's book. A little turtle and some ducks flying. I'll try to go fairly quick. Here's another pocket with a counter check. And there's the back of that first signature page. And here's a tag that I made, some writing space. And so here's this is just I think it was a macaroni package with a cellophane window, and so you can see the butterfly and the flowers in the back when the tag's not there. And this one I found this really pretty, this is a button, I think it was a button. Found it in a button jar, but I just thought that was such a pretty bauble. Some of those are kind of hard to give up. And that's a pretty page header. Another little pocket there. Little cluster here. This sheet is from a royal lineage book that I have, and I do have some of these pages available, the actual pages available on my Etsy store if anyone is interested. It usually has an image like a coat of arms on most pages. Here's a padlock, flower and leaf page, a little bit of ruffle. There's a corner tuck made out of the same material that's on the front of the book. That little, oh golly, tablecloth. And here's a tag that I made. Actually, this tag I found in my husband's farm shop. It came on some equipment, so I grabbed it and then I just made it pretty. And there's a butterfly or moth. I don't know how to tell them apart. Maybe I should learn. Never too old to learn. Another pretty page. Another little pocket, pretty header, another butterfly page, image on those pages. Here's a little dragonfly charm. And here's another insert from the insurance company. Topeka, Kansas. I don't see a date on it, but it's from that same book, so late 1800s. It's another little pocket. I have a dictionary page there and a little coffee dyed page that's folded to look like an envelope for extra journaling. Here's another ruffle with a safety pin, and I think that, yeah, there's a little, it's one of those like a toy wind-up key. And here's another one of those die cuts. I cut out some lightweight graph paper. I just thought that was pretty. And here's some dragonflies. Looks like they're at a little pond. Some lily pads, grasshoppers. And this is just a dictionary page that I've covered with some ledger paper so that you'd have a little extra room to journal on. And then this frame was from a very old music book, and I just loved the intricacy of that. I just wanted to use it somehow in a journal, so that's where I chose to place it. Some more flowers. There's another one of those family crests. Here's a little pocket with some skinny journal cards from an old index card. I have this on my Etsy store. I think it's something to do with cross stitching. Pretty header. Some more butterfly images. And this is another, looks like a receipt of some sort. Dwelling and household furniture form from the Shawnee Fire Insurance Company of Topeka, Kansas, 1894. So that gives you more room to journal. And the paper's in really good shape. It's not brittle or anything. Here's more of that index card and another pretty header. This was a library card pocket from a book, and the date due paper, I just put it in here. And here's another letter from that Kansas Farmers Fire Insurance Company from 1892, September 1st. And look at that fun typing. So you've got all of that for extra journaling. My girlfriend recently retired from her hairdressing occupation, and so she gave me a bunch of these little hairpins that she had. And so here's a little library card. I've got put in this little pocket here, and then I just secure it with this little hairpin, hair clip. There's another one of the family crests. More pretty flowers. Here's a safety pin that's holding on to a little pine cone. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's a little pine cone charm. I was watching Patricia from Cafe Le Craft. I just love that lady. Oh my gosh, I just love her. And so she had a little tutorial on making these little gusseted pockets. So I put those in there, and here's another one of those counter checks in the back pocket. And here is a, let's see, it's like a sales and service form from the York Farm Store Incorporation. So keep this in mind for something that'll be coming later. And then here's just a little portrait of a nice little couple. And then I just did a little cluster there. There's a dragonfly in the middle. More flowers. And here's another little pocket. I just put a little notebook of scraps of paper for more journaling. And here's another little receipt. This was something that was a freebie from Patricia from Le Cafe Craft. I just love that. Oh my gosh. I could just watch her all night. And here's some more pretty images. And here's a pretty bauble that's held on with some little jump rings. Another cluster with an envelope that has extra journaling space, and then there's a little tuck spot here with a little card, and then this card comes out, and then you can see what's on the inside. Here's another receipt from that insurance company from 1895, and look at the pretty page header there. And then this is a little pocket here, and I just have a little tab that's helping it stay closed. Here's a belly band that looks like an envelope, and then I just tucked this little children's poem in here. Another little crystals envelope, little baggie, and there's something on the inside of that too. There's another little pocket. Here's a Royal Lineage Kings of Scotland crest, and here's another ruffle with a safety pin, and there's a little cross charm. Another dragonfly. Another pocket. Here's another side tuck with the lacy covering on it, and there's another crystals envelope with something inside. Here's another little bauble with the lace. Another little tuck spot here. And here's a little heart charm. And this is a little pen nib. I got 2 boxes of probably 100 pen nibs for 25 cents, I think. So I thought I would just maybe put one in a journal now and then. Now, remember when I said this is something coming? That little statement back behind, or back before, there was like a 3, well, here, I'll just show you. I got this somewhere along the way. I got to looking at it just yesterday. So here's the original. And then it has this little cover here, and I almost threw it away, but I thought, oh my goodness, this will be fun to use in a journal. So I just attached it down next to the spine so it reveals what's underneath. Cool, huh? Oh, and then this was kind of fun. I think I learned somewhere along the way, and it might have been Patricia again, where she had like a little flip. And so you can, right here, so to me it looks like a door. So you're opening up the door, and then you can write. And then on the other page, all of that is hidden from this little, by this little music sheet. Just about done, folks. Here's another pretty pocket that I made recently, and a Texaco incorporated tag, and just another little piece of paper that's been coffee dyed, a map page, a little flower there, and here's a form to send in for print and picture sample from an old magazine. And then the back cover has a little tuck again. I have a sweet corn seed envelope and made a big tag here. That was something from Patricia as well. She's so generous to give away some digitals. So I'm going to link to her. If you've never seen her, I'll link to some of her videos underneath my video. I'm so glad you came along, and I hope you enjoyed my little journal here, and I'm naming her The Garden. So have a good day. Thanks a lot, friends. Bye now.